Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be talking about whether to spend or whether to save on makeup and the kind of makeup items I think you can save on and those that you should really be spending a bit more money on. First one is mascara. Absolutely save your pennies because mascara really is one of those products that you really want to get rid of really quickly because it's gunky and it's really close to your lashes and eye infections and chalazions and styes and all those horrible things. The quicker you go through your mascara, the better. So there's no point spending, 90 quid on a really expensive mascara because they dry out really fast anyway. Yes, some expensive mascaras are absolutely excellent, but I just think it's safer with your eyes. You can get great mascaras, and if you've got a great mascara and you love the wand, keep the wand and dip it into the cheap one. It's one of the areas I think you should definitely save in because you are more likely to keep replacing your mascaras, and it's very important. Lipsticks, save. There are loads of great lipsticks out there. MUA do ones for £1. They're absolutely brilliant. You don't need to spend a fortune on lipsticks. It's nice to have perhaps one or two that are really expensive, really nice, that you really love. But otherwise, it's better to spend a couple of quid and get a load of lipsticks, press them into a palette. No one's gonna know. Once they're on your lips, no one knows what products you've got on your face, so who cares? Absolutely brilliant way to save money. Cream blush, forget it. Just save your pennies because your lipstick is your cream blush. Absolutely works, 100%. It's beautiful. Some of the lipsticks have shimmers in, so you get all this beautiful glow on the face. Save your pennies, save your pennies. Foundation, spend. And when I say spend, what I mean is it's like I still go on about MAC full coverage foundation. It's like 23 quid, something like that. You get a load of product in it. It will last you years if you've got great skin or good skin. Amazing product that can be sheared out to next to nothing. RCMA, one of the best foundations hands down, and really cheap compared to a lot of the higher brands. They just don't get they haven't got the marketing behind them to go on about it. A lot of makeup artists carry their stuff, but foundations are one area I think you should spend more money in because getting the base right is absolutely perfect. And if you're like me, you can't bear scent in foundations. Hourglass, MAC, RCMA, Ket, all fragrance free. Makeup Atelier Paris, all fragrance free and great for your skin, so definitely spend on foundation. Eyeshadows is kind of one of those things where I think you should spend and not spend. MAC eyeshadows, 1.5 grams. Makeup Forever, 2.5 grams. Makeup Atelier Paris, 4 grams. Makeup Atelier Paris is cheaper than all of those ones and has more pigment than the two combined with Makeup Forever and MAC. So it's one of those cases where you can sort of spend money but also you're saving money at the same time. Look for pigmented eyeshadows, especially if you're a woman of colour. Rub on the back of your finger. If the colour is not the same as it is in the pan, don't buy it. Or if you've got to keep going back in, you're going to waste product. Either get it because it's amazing pigment and the colour is what it is in the pan, or just think and go somewhere else and get something that really has the pigment that required. So you're not forever building up colour and wasting product, burning through it. Blush, bit of both again. Eyeshadows can work as blush. Makeup Atelier Paris do great ones. Makeup Forever do great ones. I've still got a massive kind of love affair with NARS blushes. If you're looking for really expensive brushes, La Femme do amazing ones that are only a couple of quid and there's loads of product in the pan, so they're absolutely wonderful as well. So get one really nice blush and just think, sod it, I'll get loads of cheap ones as well. Stick them in a palette. No one knows once it's on your face. Who cares? Lip pencils and eye pencils, just get cheap ones, honestly, because if the eye pencils are really hard, just get a lighter, quickly light it, pop it in and out. It will soften the kohl and it will go on your eyes beautifully. Don't leave it in there for an hour and then stick it in your eye and wonder why it's burnt out. Just in and out, or pop it on, perfect. Don't need to buy a really expensive one. There's only a few manufacturers in the whole wide world that produce pencils, and they produce for all companies, big and small, same pencils. What else was I going to say? Eyebrows, use eyeshadows. You don't have to get a separate eyebrow pencil. Absolutely can if you want, but you don't have to, but you can, it's up to you with eyebrows. I think it's best to just use eyeshadows, unless you want to use the eyebrow pencils, which are perfectly great. Makeup Forever do good ones. MAC do some love. MAC probably do one of the best ones around because they are really good. They're a little bit more pricey, but eyebrows are so important, and if you are really stuck with your eyebrows, get a stencil. Can make your eyebrows look perfect in a few, 60 seconds. Absolutely gorgeous. Powder is one of those things where I think you should probably go for one that's a little bit more expensive, but only because I think The technology nowadays is so advanced that when NARS released their light reflecting powder, the loose one, not that bloody press one, which is a nightmare to use, you're like scraping the pan to try and get your product out. I think their one's just perfect because it mattes the face, but it reflects the light a little bit better. It doesn't reflect it off your wrinkles and all that nonsense that people say, but it's a really, really great loose powder. It's a wonderful loose powder, so I think perhaps spend a little bit more on your base makeup and sod the rest. Bronzers. I probably would say spend a tiny bit more on bronzer, or get one that's really, really fantastic, because a lot of the drugstore bronzers are really orange, and when people have a tan naturally, you don't tan orange. So I think probably spend, Bobbi Brown do excellent bronzers, and they're probably the best bronzers out there. Bare Essentials, of course, Faux Tan, the powder one, absolutely phenomenal. So definitely spend a little bit more on your bronzers. And that's kind of my thoughts on where to spend and when to save with makeup. At the end of the day, it's wonderful to be surrounded with wonderful products, but once they're on your face, nobody knows what brand they came from, and makeup snobbery exists. And at the end of the day, who cares? Spend where you need to and save when you absolutely can. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.